Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video on how to make a face mask. The PDF pattern is on my website, puttingonnative.com, or if you want to, you can continue watching and I'll show you how to draft this pattern. Here I folded my piece of paper, making sure that that folded edge is straight, and then I use that straight edge as a guide for the rest of my line. Then I began to draw a 19 by 19 centimeter box, and then after that I began to mark out all of the spots where I plan to pleat my fabric. Okay, so the first mark I'm going to make is going to be at 3.5. So that's actually right here. So I'm going to do 3.5, and then the next mark is going to be at 7 centimeters. And then the next one I'm going to make at 8.5. And then the next one I'm going to make at 12. And then 13.5. And then the last one is going to be at 7 centimeters. So we're making 6 markings. Okay, and we're going to make the exact same markings on the other side. So we're going to come at 3.5. 7 centimeters, 8.5, 12, 13.5, and then the last one is at 17 centimeters. Here I connected my points together with a straight line. Right here, these are our areas where we're going to fold in our fabric to make pleats. Here I indicated where the top of my pattern is going to be, and then I drew a 1 centimeter seam allowance on all 4 sides of my box, and then I cut it out. And I'm just going to pin my pattern. With my fabric chalk, I chased my pattern onto my fabric. Okay. Mark my seam allowance. So here I use a different color chalk, and I marked my 6 notches onto my fabric, and then I did that to the other side as well. Lines right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to notch. Mark that right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over so we're seeing the right side of our fabric, and I'm going to move the top part to the bottom. I find this is the easiest way in order to pleat the fabric. And then I'm going to fold it back Locate the 2 bottom notches,
notched point,
and then fold your fabric, making sure that those 2 notches align, and then press it with your iron.
Press it one more time. Then I'm going to pin it, and that is our first pleat. We're going to make 3 pleats. Okay, now skipping this notch where we have our fold, we're going to go up to the next one, and you can see this is our 3.5 centimeter area that we marked out, and we're going to align our notches. At that point where the notches are, we're going to fold the fabric back, stopping where that notch is. Pin it, and we're going to move on to our third and final pleat.
And just as
to about 21 centimeters, I'm going to go on the longer side just to be on the safe side.
And then fold it back.
But you really only
where those
need
notches are,
about
and then press
19 to 20 centimeters.
And then pin to secure.
But I'm going to cut it at 21.
Now, if you've done everything correctly,
when you're measuring this, make sure you don't
should be
stretch
9 centimeters wide.
So you're going to need to cut 2, 1 for either side.
Here I'm attaching a 1/2 inch single fold bias tape to the top, and then after I finish that, I attach it to the bottom as well.
Slide it out. Move on to the next step. So now we are going to secure our pleats. So I'm going to do a straight stitch from the top to the bottom. And you want to sew this at your 1 centimeter seam allowance. And then you want to repeat that for the other side. You're going to want to attach bias tape to both the right and the left side.
Okay, so once you have attached your bias tape to all 4 sides, you are almost finished. So what we're now going to do is we're going to take our 2 pieces of elastic, which we cut to 20 centimeters. And then what you're going to do is you're going to mark on the wrong side of your fabric. Two centimeters from the top and 2 centimeters from the bottom. And then now, inside of our seam allowance, we are going to pin. Inside of our seam allowance, we're going to pin on our straps or our elastic at that 2 centimeter point. Now I'm going to do a zigzag stitch attaching these 4 spots. At this point, I finished attaching my elastic, and then now I'm folding my 1 centimeter seam allowance on both the right and the left side. Then I iron this out, and then I'm going to sew it down. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on all my social media accounts.